a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last. No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6. And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it? Kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. But yet another completion here in his opening drive, and he's now perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here. And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine how big the last shot they take in this game.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to walk one deep left side here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Again, it's Henderson. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a first down throw. Fields completes it to Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, Fields locates Hardman for another catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Bears at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that
He's got him in. Complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Fields. Lush coming, and he's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Let's get that touch.
Back to throw to Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewisine. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 10. Fields being chased out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. He knows winning this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. Tackled by the safety, Bubba Bolden. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's only on 3rd and half his pass attempts in this one. That is not the winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Block that field goal.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Fields looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to...
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Play action. It's Fields. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up for the first and goal.
Henderson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal?
Now Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Brady going to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been one. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Bears take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He's got the first down and more. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Brady. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now Cook running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Brady. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 40.
He'll give this to Henderson.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Off play action, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Levante David. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Brady going to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Fields on first down.
And
that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. To the air again, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Brady to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. And the Bears come up with a late turnover. But it will clearly matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Minnesota, they climbed to 6-2 on the